Who's been enjoying hot girl summer? For me, it's been hot flash summer. I am a mid-40s woman in Virginia in August. I don't know if it's humidity or if it's hormones. I keep entering wet t-shirt contests accidentally. But on the flip side of that, my husband is from Arizona, thank God, because that means he's used to a dry heat. Some of you look a little perplexed by that. What I'm trying to say is that my vajayjay is starting to get vagina dry. It is rough. Things are changing, meanings of things are changing. Sparking up a joint now refers to the hip inflammation I get if I sit or if I stand for too long. Netflix and chill means I have to sit on some frozen peas while I watch my stories. Raw dogging means I try to go to sleep without any supplemental help. It's too much. It's too much. It starts to get depressing a little bit. My friend was like, for depression, he encouraged me to try something. He encouraged me to try psilocybin. You guys know what psilocybin is? Yes, about half the room. For those of you who don't know what psilocybin is, it's the term that white people use to decriminalize magic mushrooms. So I tried psilocybin, and I gotta be honest, that was the best shit I've ever taken in my life. And I'm not talking about the mushrooms, I'm talking about the literal shit that I shat the next day on the toilet. A colorful trip? More like a balloon cleanse. That's the real magic of magic mushrooms. I don't know if I cleared up any depression that day, but I certainly cleared out the icing from my high school graduation cake that had been hanging out since 1997. Miracle drug, you guys. Miracle drug. Anybody in here a DINK? It's a dumb acronym. It's a wonderful aspiration. Double income, no kids. I really wanted to be a DINK. That was my goal. My husband and I, on our second date, we decided that we did not want to have children. But all that changed a few years ago when we ended up adopting. Yeah, thank you, so noble. We weren't quite sure how it was going to go because he was a little bit older coming into our household. I wasn't sure how he was going to take to us as his new caregivers. He's 76. We call him Dad. We decided to keep Dad as the name. We thought it was too late to change it. I've had people say to me, Vanessa, having your dad and having a child are not the same. Okay, well, push. You guys are going to help me out with that. We're going to play a little game. You guys ready to play a game? All right. It is called, Is That My Toddler Niece or Is That My Elderly Dad? So this game is going to get progressively harder as it goes, but I'm going to softball the first couple to you. So we make it really easy so you'll know who it is. Okay. You remember a few months ago, it was in February or so, when we had the snowstorm? Well, someone was in the backyard and looked up and said, "Oh, snowflakes, just like the goddamn liberals." Was that my niece or was that my dad? That was my niece. Come on, I said they were easy. We're not quite sure where she got it. We think my uncle. All right, here's another easy one. My sister-in-law and I were having a pretty serious conversation, and we get interrupted by someone who says, "There's a squirrel in the backyard, and I gave him a peanut, and now we're friends. I named him Fritz." Was that my niece or was that my dad? That was my dad. Fritz is the fattest fucker in our neighborhood. Somebody wears Velcro shoes. That's my dad. Somebody rides a tricycle. That is my dad. Someone threw a whole ass temper tantrum when broccoli showed up at the table. Was that my niece or was that my dad? That That was a trick question. It was both of them. Somebody walked out to the living room and their pants fell all the way to the ground and mooned the whole family. Was that my niece or was that my dad? That was my niece, and it was still very cute. But for real though, my husband and I do have fur babies. Those are our children. Anybody have fur babies? I love my fur babies. We have 3. We have 2 cats and a dog. They have these funny little idiosyncrasies that they have, little quirky personalities. Particularly my dog. He has this peculiar habit. He likes to run to the window and bark a public announcement whenever my husband and I are getting it on. And it happens 100% of the time. Here's the thing. I can't finish until he barks. Apparently, I'm the one that's been classically conditioned. It's like a reverse Pavlovian response. Instead of a bell is rung, the dog salivates, is rewarded by being fed, it's I'm fed, a dick. The dog barks, my bell gets rung. We went out of town recently, and we decided to have a little sexy time while we were out of town. Just have a little trouble finishing. So I pulled up a video on my phone. It was our pet cam. But we had to wait a little bit because we weren't there, so he didn't know to bark. Luckily, he also barks at sirens, so I called 911 on my neighbor. They were very surprised, but it worked like a charm for me. And that's my time, everybody. Thank you very much.